tomorrow, so that's good.
No, I guess not. Get ready to go. What time do you wanna meet this Friday?
What time do you want to go?
Before noon, sure, that's fine.
Before noon?
Yeah.
Okay.
How long a drive is it up there?
That's,
Depends who's driving. 5 hours,
figured
what
about
the hell of it?
I figured.
No, it ain't bad.
I always figured
Oh,
4
no.
hours. I figured.
No,
It's like 220 miles.
no. It's about 2.5 to 3, depending on the roads. You know, it's a little over an hour to Harlow,
Yeah,
and then about 50 miles from there to White Sulphur. Yeah.
I was gonna go to Big Timber Harlow Interstate, to Toston and over, you know, Townsend, because I was gonna see my daughter in Bozeman.
Well, if you're going down the 90, you got a pretty big jog out of your way there. I
Yeah,
mean, cause you're gonna be going down 40, you'll make better time on the interstate, presuming they don't have a reason to close down 90 around Livingston. But then your jump over, back up north, it's probably most efficient to actually go all the way through and do it from Butte
yeah,
and jump over. And from Butte to Helena is about 70 miles, I think.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. You wanna avoid that Bozeman Pass if you can.
I don't know about it.
Um,
Should be all thawed out here by Sunday, sure.
yeah, if you take 12 all the way over, the only one you really have to jump through
Deep Creek.
is Deep Creek.
Yeah,
And, you know, I don't know how it is now. On Monday it wasn't that bad.
yeah.
I mean, it was snowing like crazy, but it wasn't overly icy. And then again, it's been warm here for the last 2 days, so it may have iced up, because the problem is it's so deep down there, it doesn't get any sun. So it might be a little exciting going through there.
I went down there twice, because they kept saying, no, this will work, this will work, that will work, but I'm like,
yeah.
but I finally got it, and then he ended up sending.
I'll tell you, when I was driving there, first year I was here, I moved here. It snowed so bad, and I was going the back route, I don't know what route I was on, that my truck was starting to slip off the road, and it was just snowing really bad, and there was nobody else out there, and the sun was going down, and I'm driving really slow on this road trying to stay on, and I look out, and there's a moose running by the side of my truck, running. And I just thought, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life. Snowflakes, you know, this sort of surreal. And,
Then that moose decided to take a jog to the right, and
Yeah.
just go right in front of you, and you had to
Oh, yeah,
slam
so-
on your brakes and
And
just.
then you got him in your lap.
yeah, so no, I killed it. I killed it.
Uh-huh.
Well, you gotta. Well, how many chances you gonna get to do that? But I was really beautiful country up that way. There's a lot of beauty here, you know, I knew the beauty of it like out in my hand. I've been everywhere, all over in Wyoming, but not here. I used to spend a lot of time in the Bob Marshalls and the Bitterroot. It just was really kind of ignorant as to the beauty, as to really what a special place that was. You know, just driving around in my Jeep with my dog and exploring, and then you realize this is really pretty big league stuff here. You know. Montana, it's majestic.
Well, all it says is scattered wet. East of Townsend, it's Deep Creek Canyon is scattered frost and ice.
Well, it should be all right by Sunday, shouldn't it?
Would hope, it's
That's, we're expecting more.
supposed to get warmer for a while. Oh, yeah.
Sorry to keep bugging you, but I didn't give them that information, that was, I mean, ultimately, for her. Seek legal advice. Yeah. And you can, yes, find it over yourself.
Must have had out here, see if they got any good snacks.
She got a bunch of them over there.
Oh, boy.
Really?
Not a bad idea.
You go ride the snap line? Scattered wet, scattered wet.
What do you find? Excellent choice.
Is it chocolate? Is there any
Oh,
chocolate
I didn't
features
look
out there?
like, I don't know.
It'll make a difference.
I'm not eating.
It makes a
anything, so it
difference,
doesn't matter. Huh?
Chocolate makes a difference to me.
Gotta be chocolate.
I'm not eating, so it doesn't matter to me.
You know,
That's right. I ain't gonna go over there.
I used to take my kids trick or treating. I said, "No, I'm only gonna take you, but I need 10% of the candy.
Of course.
And it has to be half chocolate."
I would put the bowls up on top of the refrigerator where they couldn't reach them, and every night, you know, you take out one candy bar and,
Yeah?
they don't know.
Whatever they decided to do, they come home, they split it up. Here's Dad's, here's Dad's.
Well, that's fun.
Yeah, I caught them on it.
What'd you find?
I don't know what it's called, some kind of a cake, it's tasty though.
Tasty though, huh?
What you're talking is kind of different, it's kind
Oh,
of
it's
specialized.
doing that,
Yeah.
that co-pilot's kind of like.
So I guess I'm gonna have to go email Terry and tell him, guess what, Terry?
But honestly,
We can't give her a raise. She does get full-time benefits, but we have to wait till July.
Yeah.
But I will investigate on what other counties pay their workers. See
Would
what-
be interesting, though.
Interesting to know.
Every department, like I said, the road department, dispatch. Well, it's hard to keep up with, to tell you the truth. You gotta pay them a wage to stay around.
We didn't do it to be ornery, we just,
I know.
but I'll email him, have him follow up with. I'll already tell her.
Found something.
You know what, you can actually take a course
Is that excellent?
where you try each one.
My
Chocolate.
nose pointed it out.
And it tries to tell you how it works and.
When
it's
we
just
were
spending
kids, my
time.
brother.
That'd be
Bob,
interesting. That'd be interesting.
got up in the closet, the medicine closet. They had X-Lax.
Oh, no.
It was in, you know, it looked like
Yeah,
candy bar.
it does.
And he got one, boy, he wouldn't let me have none. Dirty bugger, he ate it all. Well, he paid the price. He was on the can all the rest of the day.
It worked well.
It worked well, I'm glad he didn't let me have that. Greedy bugger.
You didn't begrudge him that gift, did you?
I'll be back.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Well, Norma, what do you think about the wage issue
I'm looking at your board where he's talked about
You can find it.
base payment, payroll raise, increase full-time employee FTE, and payroll burden. Well, like I just told Mike, I said, we did not do that out of any kind of orneriness, we
Of
just
course
thought
not.
we're gonna give her a little bump in pay because she's full-time, but the very fact that she's still on probation is one reason not to.
Yeah.
And she did get full-time benefits, so that is a plus.
But it don't feel like it.
You don't see it that way.
No, you can't spend it.
You can't spend it, but when you go to a doctor,
Then
you realize the benefit. You can't pay for that stuff. So, I mean, they were being ornery about it, and that's fine.
a little
But
upset. were
They don't
upset.
understand, they weren't at the meeting. and
No,
So they don't know,
no,
True enough.
we didn't have a guideline.
They're just seeing the results.
They're seeing the dollar signs, and that's fine. So we'll have to address it.
Okay. It is what it is.
It is what it is. He did come in today and sign the paperwork for her, so I'm like, oh geez, that's what probably prompted all this.
Probably, no doubt.
Yeah,
What's that, what am I missing?
so we'll see. But I would much rather work in a nice, warm building
Would you?
than stand out there and tell 100 people that might run over me with their car,
Yeah, on purpose.
shake their fist at me with no other people around to guard me.
Right. So she needs combat pay.
You know, hazard pay.
Hazard pay.
Hazard pay.
They got in Vietnam, they had hazard pay, didn't they? Combat pay.
We had
Yeah.
hazard pay, we got hazard pay when we would tear off pitch roofs,
Really?
got an extra $1 an hour.
Because, yeah.
You'd get all burned, it doesn't bother me at all, but the guys would get all burnt from pitch fumes.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm like, bring it on.
Man.
Of course, I had skin like iron, like,
Yeah. Then we-
back then.
We were making $2 an hour.
That's right. No. You know, and honestly, I don't blame anybody
No.
because we don't have a set of standards, but just to say that nobody can make more than 16 is not true.
True.
But it just, we haven't established that role.
Yeah, if you don't have any rules to go by, then there are no rules to break.
Yeah, otherwise you default to the minimum wage. The 16 is the minimum we'll pay somebody.
Yeah.
And, but we have spent the last 4 years or so
Increasing it.
increasing based on, like, we gave dispatchers way more than the regular raise to get them up to where they deserve to
They
be.
deserve a little more.
And
They
we
were
did that with,
tough.
the EMTs or whatever,
And Carol.
we,
And William.
and Carol and William, and
But
then
they
we
won't
dealt
fit
with
here.
Justin and Darren,
Mhm.
you know.
The only difference was they've been here for years. So, I don't know about dispatchers, some of them have been there for 5, 6 years.
That's a tough job.
Well, you know, the sheriff's argument is you're not,
Carol's worked down there for 20 years.
yeah, yeah,
William's been here for 6 years.
yeah.
Tough job. Not easily replaced.
But then, you know, you saw when it comes to what people make an hour, can create a, you know what storm.
Firestorm.
Yes, again. Firestorm, that's what I was
Well, Cheryl's making 15 bucks an hour at the hospital.
looking for. She should probably was she making that at the other place?
Not much more than that. No, I don't think she was making that, seniors that.
See, I think that
No,
she should be making, oh my God.
you looking for directions?
I'm lost.
Good
Can I
to
come
see
sit
you.
down? Oh, good to see you. How you doing?
Hey,
Good
been a
to
long
see you.
time.
Yeah.
You're gonna get to see where,
Thanks for coming.
the vision of the county, this is
Oh,
where it all
that's
happens, right here.
See how it's really done.
The
yeah,
seat
you
of
caught us
power.
really well here. I was reading
Abstract.
chocolate.
Well, you should.
Here we are.
I'm just glad to get out of the office.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, good.
just interviewed a possible sanitarian.
Oh, really?
Hey,
See, all these federal layoffs are gonna be all right.
Oh, yeah.
There's gonna be some qualified people looking for work.
That's what you were saying, that makes sense. We're looking for a
This-
CFO, we may need, get somebody coming down the pipe, huh?
actually Stephanie didn't make it in, did she? Right,
No, she can't make it today, she's chasing cows with her dad.
okay, all right.
Sure, any excuse.
With her, it's not much of an excuse, boy. If she tells you that's what she's doing, that's what she's doing.
Yeah, that's right, she was gonna apply.
She's a good one, boy.
Yeah, that is one bad, maybe good thing, bad thing, all these federal employees are gonna be looking for work.
So, what's the starting wage in Fergus County?
For what?
Anything.
Well, they're all different. There's your
Yeah.
problem. You guys
Well,
pay everybody the same
we just
amount? You
discovered
have
that's
that
the
too?
That's what we were just discussing, because they gave a
Big
raise to the
kerfuffle.
refuge employee, but then, of course, the treasurer come in here, the clerk of court came in here, and they never complained, because they ain't getting raises. Of course, this gal's only been working, what, 3 months?
I forget when she was hired,
So-
I don't even know.
It was last fall.
Oh, it's maybe
We've,
September.
we've increased ours a lot in the last few years.
So have we, yeah.
We have
And
to
it
just
varies.
keep up with Fergus County.
That's right, I know. We all pointed at each other. You guys, if you quit
You
it.
guys are villains.
Oh, we got a
Tell
tank
everybody,
farm.
so I'll
You guys
get
had a
some
tank
work
farm,
for
it'd be fine. You're still waiting on coal.
Oh, are you? It shouldn't be long, yeah. Yeah, well, we're hoping to keep ours.
Yeah, well, something might happen. I mean,
Might.
let's see.
Things are moving along, but
Everybody's in a venture.
it's interesting. So, we're trying to manipulate as much as we can. Cause their little agreement that Danes put out, the only thing they left out of was Muscle County.
Yeah, I
Which
must have missed it.
we kinda didn't like that, yeah. We're gonna lose money on the deal.
Well, they didn't even put our name in there,
They
but then
did,
they
yeah.
did put a lot
As a
of other,
stakeholder.
there's a whole pile of other information that's not included in that bill. As to who gets what
It's
out of the
assumed.
Crow tribe, who gets what out of the Hope family, and how much are they getting. I mean, we're talking about, and I used to know the Hope family, and they sure as the hell wouldn't be expecting $100 million out of the coal trade. So it baffles me how this has turned out.
It was supposed to be understood, because they didn't have anything to bill on the compensation. So, there she is.
There she is, how you doing?
You
You
didn't
got my
let,
message, right?
I did, yes, thank
Okay,
you.
good deal.
you didn't let Ross drive, did you?
Oh, no, I was chauffeured.
He
got it-
actually tolerated
You
it.
got him insured?
Well, you don't look too frightened.
No,
You look like you made it.
we're kind of kindred spirits when it comes to driving down the road, so it's just fine.
Oh, good.
Yeah, both of us, I'm like, all of a sudden I looked down, I'm
I
like,
said to Travis, the new commissioner, I said, yeah, I'm going to roundup. I said, it's about an hour. How fast do you drive? I said, well, it's only 75 miles, so
Yeah,
it should be about an hour.
Couple of curves.
Yeah.
give or take.
yes.
We've been letting Mike do all the driving, but he doesn't have the best record.
Yeah, you get pulled
It's like you think about it, it's like, what are we doing letting him drive?
Yeah, I'm on my third pickup in what, 2 years? God.
What do you mean you're on your third pickup?
I don't wanna say that in front of my insurance agent.
Okay. Well, I'm not your,
Yeah, you picked up on that pretty quick.
yeah, I'm not exactly your,
She's not a PCT, so it's
right, so that's okay, but I am your health insurance and your
Yeah,
life
and
insurance,
it could
so.
lead into the health, it could definitely.
It doesn't matter, cause I had travelers and they canceled me. So,
Wow.
Just like that.
well, it was what, $82,000 worth of damage in 3 years. They had no sense of humor, those people.
They are not fun at all.
No. I had a pickup for 3 months, I had 3,000 miles on it, and I totaled it. Someone's gonna get a good deal on an engine,
Yeah, you're probably right.
$66,000 worth of damage in a $60,000 pickup.
Oh, jeez.
That'll do it,
Mhm. That
That's,
is, I think that is cool.
yeah, that is total. I lived through it.
which is the important part,
That one, yeah, and no life insurance involved.
Yeah,
which is
so
really,
one of the companies was happy.
and also it sounds like no, health insurance, like no accident, no,
Yeah, yeah,
injuries.
No problem there.
So that's always good too. Yeah.
Do you guys want to just ask about public comment before Pam gets started?
I was wondering
Yeah,
about
do we
that,
got,
too.
yeah, let's do that real quick.
We can
Let
see
me,
if we can get that going.
we're getting good at this technology, I think.
So is that your camera there?
Yeah.
Alright.
You'll see in a minute, it's,
You'll be featured.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It'll be-
So we do, we try to,
It'll be focused right on.
you should see ours, we bought like a $40 wireless thing off
The internet?
the, Amazon and hook it to
Where's it, is
a
this,
Zoom
Square,
meeting
yeah.
and,
Yeah.
And it works.
yeah. And you guys, and that's what I learned on the way up here, is that people do actually watch these videos, so. It's like,
we
we have to
haven't
be
had,
careful.
yeah, but we've, I don't watch them because if I think I did, I would be mortified.
Yeah,
You don't wanna be reminded of what you said.
yeah, that's right.
Well, sometimes I have to say, is this being recorded, so that I know I need to watch my
Yeah.
mouth.
It is a problem.
For what it's worth, we are being recorded.
Okay, thank you for the heads up.
All right, we're at public comment, right? So is there any public comment on any public matter within this jurisdiction of the commission that is not on the agenda? Going twice, is there any public comment on any public matter within the jurisdiction of the commission that is not on the agenda? And going 3 times, is there any public comment on any public matter within the jurisdiction of the commission that is not on the agenda? Hearing none, public comment is closed.
He likes that.
I practice that in front of the mirror.
It's pretty official.
That's way better than us.
No, that's it. I picked up a little bit watching you at Snowy Mountain. I've been,
Yeah, yeah.
I wanna be like Ross.
I think I'm pretty lax.
Well, you probably are, but I wouldn't know. As far as I know, you're the model to,
Well, that's those years of FFA.
Hey, you,
So you gotta, if you're an FFA state officer, so you gotta know how to do that.
oh, I suppose.
Well, it really, it does keep a meeting moving or not moving. I mean,
Yeah.
Definitely.
So I guess we're open for what you got for us.
All right.
All right.
I'm assuming you'd like me to state for the meeting. My name's Pam Walling, and I'm with the Mako Healthcare Trust. And I've asked one of our board trustees, Ross Butcher, Fergus County Commissioner, to join us as well. So I hope you guys don't mind that I invited Ross.
No.
But technically, he's my boss, and I think it's always good, when we have,
We won't complain.
good.
We could, but we won't.
You could.
Thank you.
Just as long as he doesn't say anything or make any eye contact.
Yeah. Wow, that's a tough one.
That's what they
I
tell me.
didn't know you could do that. As a chair, is that just a kind of a on?
I'm told I can listen in on meetings as long as I don't say anything.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Well, I think before we get too far into this, I just would like to say thank you. I'm not sure that you guys have actually made your final decision what you're gonna do this year for benefits.
Yeah.
And, your deadline to let us know is March 1st.
Yeah, we will.
And I think, first of all, I'd like to say thank you for being a long-term member of the Healthcare Trust. I've been coming here for about 17 years, so you have been a long-term member of the trust.
17 years.
Yeah, that is a long time, isn't it? So,
Yeah.
but before we get started, do you guys have anything in particular you'd like to address with me?
No, I think we'll go through and then we can maybe visit on where we're at with deciding, kind of talk about
Okay.
that. But we'll go through what you want to present.
Okay, well, that sounds good then. I'm gonna go ahead and start with the plan performance report, which is the booklet.
Okay.
Handed out. And don't worry, this looks big and it looks like there's a lot of information in it. I'm not gonna cover every single line because one of us will be asleep and we'll probably be here till 7 if I
If
covered
you do,
every
you
single
want to
line.
talk in monotone.
Yes, exactly, so, but I think on page 1, this is kind of your financial dashboard. And you have 84% of your claimants, or of your members, your employees, the people on your plan are claimants. And even though that's a high number, the Mako Book of Business is actually about 90%. And I never think that having a high percentage is a bad thing. Because somebody who goes to the free blood draw, that's actually considered a claim. And we want, and like somebody who goes in for an annual wellness screening, or you know, maybe you have an employee, a woman over 40 and she goes for a mammogram. All those preventive things also count as a claim. So we want that number to be high because we ultimately want people to be seeing a doctor typically once a year. What was that, Mike?
Someone quit going to mammogram.
Yeah, well, thank goodness, because that's a good indicator that you're healthier. You would be going and having one, let me tell you, so.
I didn't know that about you.
It happens, so.
No muscle shell paid for that.
That's right, that's the thing that I
Right.
picked up on.
Your medical claims per member per month is running about 53% higher than benchmark. So your claims are up,
Yeah, we've had some medical.
you know, over what we would expect from a group your size. And your pharmacy is running 4% higher than benchmark, both in just over-the-counter medications that you get at your local pharmacy, or specialty medications, which are drugs that your employees can't pick up at your local pharmacy. So the little pie chart on the upper right-hand corner, those numbers are really hard to read, but what the little blue says is 14%, and it's, you guys are right on par. The Mako Healthcare Trust, we're also at 14%, and what that 14% is, that's the portion that your employees pick up. So for people, just on average, if your employees have claims, they're used to picking up about 14%, and the plan picks up 86%. And you're right on par with the rest of the trust
Percent of what, I guess that's,
of claims.
oh, okay.
Right.
All right.
So
Okay.
for example, if I have a $100,000 claim because maybe I had a hip replacement, I'm expected to pay about 14% of that. But remember, it cuts off at your max out of pocket, and the plan's gonna pick up the rest of that.
Got it,
So that's
okay.
just kind of your percentage of claims. In the middle, kind of below the blue in peach graft, I think this is important for you to know. Your average age of your employees is 51.8, and the average age of Mako is 46. So you guys are actually about 6% higher than the average of the healthcare trust. And with family members,